The Vinyl Scratch Tapes, written by Corey W. Williams, read by Melanie Scratch. The Vinyl Scratch Tapes. First transcript. The Celestia interview. In the year 1001 of the Celestian calendar, equestrian scientists developed advanced magic, making it possible to broadcast music over long distance. This innovation was called radio and quickly became a sensation throughout Equestria. For a period of time, only one frequency playing classical music was available. This changed when a popular young disc jockey with the stage name DJ Pone3, born as a Vinyl Scratch, formally proposed the creation of an independent radio station called K-Cult. It was approved with DJ Pone3 as the host. In addition to playing rock and roll and other popular music, DJ Pone3 also hosts the first equestrian talk show known as The Vinyl Scratch. These broadcasts were recorded for historical significance. What follows is a transcript of the first morning broadcast of The Vinyl Scratch. Good morning, Equestria! The sun is up and so are you. You're listening to K-Cult, and it's time for The Vinyl Scratch. Yes, that's right, the best show on the airwaves by virtue of being the only show on the airwaves. But even if it wasn't, no other station would have me, the turntable temptress herself, DJ Pone3, dropping all the hits and rocking all of Equestria. Can you just quiet down? You don't need to be so loud. Oh, don't be such a killjoy. We're having fun. Forgive me, listeners. Apparently, when I pitched the idea for this station, the princess found it necessary for me to have a co-host. Allow me to introduce my lovely assistant, Octavia. Pleasure to meet you all. What? Lovely assistant? It's a compliment. Something wrong with that? Well, no, it's just a little odd. Okay, so you don't want me calling you lovely. I can deal with that. Wait, I didn't. My homely train wreck of a co-host will be here to give you all perspective on jazz and classical music. Well, I comment on music ponies actually listen to. Lots of ponies listen to classical music. Yeah. Usually the same ponies who play shuffleboard and no longer have any of their original teeth. Philistine. Let's just get on with the show. All right then. Today we got a special treat for all you foals and fillies out there. We got an interview with the boss pony herself. That's right. We got the one, the only Princess Celestia here in the studio. Not bad for a show, huh? Will you sit back down? You're going to break something. Psh, yeah, right. This is all my equipment. It's just like me. Durable, made to last, and flexible. Not like your... What instrument do you play again? The cello, but right, it's not flimsy like your stupid cello. It's too late to quit now, isn't it? Yep. Anyways, it's time to give the ponies what they want. Let's bring Celestia on in here. Right after a word from our sponsors. Vinyl, why don't you go ahead with the ad? Go ahead, Vinyl. We have sponsors? Do you ever pay attention to anything? We had a meeting about it this morning. Oh, right. That. Why don't you do the honors this week, Octi? How can you possibly be my boss? And don't call me Octi! Today's episode of The Vinyl Scratch is brought to you by Musky Mustang Hoof Polish. the only waterproof hoof polish on the market, and 20% less than the leading brand. Musky Mustang is a must-have. Sell out. What did you say? We'll be right back with that interview. Until then, here's some of the latest tunes. It's just, you seem to be egging me on. Yeah, but do you enjoy messing with me or something? Well, of course. What? Why? What's wrong with you? Hey, listen. I don't believe you. Listen. Listen to me. It's what they want. What are you talking about? It's what the audience wants. They want to be entertained. Making fun of me is supposed to be entertaining? Yes. Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. Maybe in the punk outfit you associate yourself with would enjoy that, but civilized ponies like myself wouldn't like such drivel. It's base and vulgar. Trust me. Relax. Enjoy it. You just have to argue back. I can't do that. I have a reputation to uphold. You were fighting with me fine a few minutes ago. That wasn't fighting. That was called being the voice of reason. I imagine you never heard of it before. Whatever. Just play along, okay? Now, when we go back on, hit me with a real good one. See how it feels, and I'm sure you'll start to like it. You know what I mean? You're a sociopath. That's all there is to it. I'm working with a crazy pony. You're cute when you're mad. And another thing, stop it with... Does that red light mean we're on? What? Oh, crap! And we're back! Sorry about that, folks. We had some technical difficulties caused by, technical things. But we're fine now, so we're about to bring Princess Celestia into the studio now, but first, I think Octavia had something to say. Now? Yes, dummy. Yes, well, Miss Vinyl, you are... Yes? Horrible individual to know. Yes, you should, learn some manners and act like a productive member of society, you rascal. Did I do something wrong? No, not at all. Now, listeners, we won't keep you waiting a moment longer. It's time to bring out Princess Celestia. Your Majesty, it is an honor for you to grace us with your presence. No, the pleasure is all mine. I am enjoying the show so far. Oh, really? Octavia, what was that you were just saying? Final. Something about any pony who likes this being base and Princess, thank you for joining us. Why not start telling the listeners about yourself? Well, my sister and I created Equestria, so there's that. I've been princess ever since then. I like to think I do a pretty good job. I sincerely want to make every citizen in Equestria happy. Still single? Pardon? Never mind. Any hobbies? In my spare time, I enjoy teaching. I've actually been helping my sister a lot as of late. Aw, isn't that sweet? Since you brought it up, how's your sister doing? Great. She's just been having some difficulties adjusting to modern life. And that would be because she was imprisoned on the moon? Yes. For 1,000 years? That's right. By you? Yes, it's not something I am terribly proud of. I see. Well then, why don't we talk about that a little, shall we? Vinyl, what are you doing? Princess Celestia, is it not true you and Luna were very close? Yes, and from what I recall, Princess Luna simply wanted to be appreciated more. Isn't it true that's what started the troubles? Seriously, what are you doing? Didn't she want the nights to be longer? Isn't that all she's guilty of? I'd say throwing her on the moon was a pretty steep punishment, wouldn't you? I just want to say I'm not associated with her. Can I just make that clear? Princess, do you really think that was the correct decision? My sister's very proud of her nights. They were beautiful. On a clear one you could see every star there ever was. She wanted every pony in Equestria to enjoy it, but she became jealous and refused to raise the sun. I tried reasoning with her, I truly did, but she wouldn't listen. Her jealousy and bitterness transformed her into Nightmare Moon. Every pony was so frightened. They didn't know what was happening. I had to do something. I had no choice but to space her. That's a bit out of context. Fair enough. Please explain the context of hurling your little sister into the dark regions of space. Please stop. I tried avoiding that. I attempted diplomacy first, but she wouldn't listen. I had to. Okay, so you said you tried reasoning with her. That didn't work. So the next logical plan was intergalactical exile. I'm sure there was other options. I don't want to seem like a backseat deity, but I would probably, try a few other things before jumping to enjoy space, little sis. That's not what happened at all. It tore my heart out to do that. I never wanted to do that to my dear sister. This can't be happening. I'm dreaming, and we're not actually tearing apart the princess alive, destroying my entire career. We're not. Didn't you ever visit her on the moon? Well, no, I suppose I didn't. Not even once? For 1,000 years? That doesn't seem very kind to your dear sister. She's fine now. We hold no ill will towards each other. She understands what I had to do. Fine. Oh, I beg to differ. According to my sources, Princess Luna is afraid of microwaves and modern technology. That doesn't seem fine to me. I'd just like to announce I have no idea how this pony got into the studio. I'm not affiliated with her in any way. She just started rambling and wouldn't leave. Never seen her before in my life. She's not afraid. She's just curious. Yeah, I think I'd be too. Anything would be curious after being on the moon for a millennium. We have microwaves, turntables, rollerblades, razors, restaurants, and rock and roll. The moon has, craters. And that's it. I'm sure the moon isn't that bad. There must be other things there. Okay, craters and dust. So yeah, 2 things. Must be a boring 1,000 years. Well, I didn't. Oh, finally! Such a kid! Excuse us, princess. What are you trying to do? Get us killed? Don't worry. I'm going somewhere with this. Yes, you are going somewhere. Prison. So, princess, I have one last question. You said Luna is fine now? Certainly. That's what I've been trying to tell you. And she's apologized for returning earlier this year and attempting to bring Eternal Night to Equestria? Of course she did. Well, my question to you is this. If Princess Luna was classy enough to say sorry for the trouble she caused, did you ever apologize for sending her to the moon? No, I didn't. Would you excuse me? I have something urgent to attend to. Unbelievable. Told you. You can't possibly have planned any of that. You couldn't have known that happened. You know what? I'm wrong. You're not a sociopath. You're just very, very stupid. And the depressing part of that is I agreed to this of my own free will. It's contagious. I'm dumb at just being near you. All I know is this first show has been quite memorable. What if Celestia hadn't been as nice as she was? Did you stop to think about that? What if she actually put you on the moon? What would you have done? Honestly, then we'd be airing episode 2 from space. How can you be this reckless? Because that's what I'm here for, my lovely assistant. I told you not to. That's the spirit of radio. There's no limits. Why are you standing up again? Don't get so... We're here for truth, justice, and the power of rock and roll. It is our way. It is the only way. Even if we stop broadcasting, our signal will travel across the universe forever. Stars fade away, comets burn out, black holes devour suns, but even out there in the black, rock will live on. That means music will last longer than the heavens themselves. That's radio, that's K-Cult, and that's the Vinyl Scratch. You're insane. Octi, I think this is the beginning of a beautiful friendship. You're seriously going to call me that all the time, aren't you? Oh, yeah. And that's all the time we have today. Tune in tomorrow, if we're not canceled. And until next time, remember, even if you're space, the signal will always follow you. That was the end of the first historical broadcast of the Vinyl Scratch. But it was not the last. Despite Octavia's fear, the show was not canceled, and in fact became phenomenally popular. Despite Vinyl Scratch's dismissive attitude towards her own advertisement, it managed to attract more sponsors and never had any shortage of funds. To this day, Octavia is not clear if Vinyl Scratch had planned this or if it was simply a side effect of her own psychology. Princess Celestia chose not to end the show, even though it was in her full authority. She would later speak fondly of the interview, in spite of the inflammatory nature. She admitted that after leaving the studio, she visited her sister and apologized. She would not go into further detail about the nature of their conversation, other than saying they spoke to great length. It may also be of interest that the following night was the longest one in recorded history. It was crisp, clear, and showed off the wonders of the universe. Meteor showers across the sky, and galaxies seemed to dance in the distance. Many ponies still speak fondly of that night, where the sun stood still just long enough for every pony to enjoy the beautiful starry sky. Cat, what do you want? Where are you? Okay, you meow at me and you disappear. Love you! Today's episode of Vinyl Scratch is brought to you by Muskie. That's great.